This Arctic front just blew down. Thank you, Canada. I'm just joking. And the wind is really strong. I've been sitting here in front of the barn. I got the chores done, and the wind is so strong it's sitting here shaking the truck, you know. But they're saying that by this afternoon the winds will die down, at least. The cold front will have blown through. But they're going to say that, because, you know, it's hard for them to really predict. Weather people are not. You know, they can say all they want. They're scientists, and they can. But the weather does what it wants. But it's supposed to be in the teens tonight, so it's gonna be cold. They got a problem in the barn because it's not heated, and so. You know, my water supply is going to freeze. It's not piped in. I use, you know, I pipe it in from a well, and then I just fill up a big 55-gallon drum, and it's going to freeze. It had ice on it this morning. So. I think I'm going to head down to the hardware store and see if they have something that you can put in the water and keep it from freezing. You know, you got some. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know what they have. I might have to move things around. I'm pretty sure, because that outlet on this side of the barn over here works with the switch that's in the milk house here. But I think there's power always to the. I think there's always power to that supply in this corner of the barn over here. I'll have to run it. I think I'm gonna have to change the. I'm gonna move that thing. It's half full of water. Well, first things first. I have to figure out. I know their pails will freeze overnight, but you know, I can always, you know, knock the ice out and they can drink and. But to keep the water supply from freezing is going to be the big key. It's my mission today. There's not much I can do other than, you know, do these little things. It's cold and it gets frozen up here, and you know you have to be able to function in some kind of capacity. And I know they make something that you can put in the water supply to keep them from freezing. The buckets, you know, I can in the morning just, you know, you get the ice out and let them drink, and they'll drink, and then it'll probably freeze again, and you knock the ice out in the morning and the afternoon. But the water supply itself, I can't have that. The only other thing is the well too. I got to cover that well tomorrow. Keep the well from freezing. The air can blow in it and it'll freeze it. But if we get a cover on it, I think that's what we're going to have to do. I'm going to drive back there now and see. I can drive back there now Maybe for the cold weather. For that, because the ground now back here is frozen, or at least partially frozen, where I can drive. Down here without getting stuck. I want to check this well out. Alright, let's go check it out. Yeah. Still a little wet there, but seeing the tracks. But no, it's not frozen yet. And it's down. Oh, it's down at least 5 feet. So that's probably a good thing. Keep the water from freezing down in there. Go in here and check the old barn. I feel sad for this barn because it's going to have to come down. You know, there's just too much money involved in trying to keep it up. You know what I mean? So it's cold in here, but I don't want these potatoes to freeze. They're cold. Well, get them out of here tomorrow. Get them in the garage. That's the other thing about winter. When you get your heaters and everything running and you got your windows closed, there's a lot of pressure. Let's see if this thing will back up without spinning. And two-wheel drive. Oh yeah. No, it's spinning. Yeah, it's spinning. So we're down here at the end of the barn. Turn around and drive up. There's some kind of cold. Wants to spin here, but it's a little mucky. And you add the snow, a little bit of snow on top, and she's making her way. I know it's not much snow, but still yet a little mucky there, you know, from all the rain we had earlier. So it's a little mucky, and then the snow. So I guess that's the mission for today. I gotta go and see if I can find something. I hate to think about traveling all the way to Auburn to find find something at Tractor Supply, but I might have to. Well, first I'd like to go down to Marcellus and go to the local hardware store and see if they got something. I got extension cords enough. Then I'll have to go down and see if I can get the water out of that big bucket and then put that in there so it doesn't freeze. I think that'll reach. Yeah, it will. I'll have to figure things out. Alright, let's get to this. I'm going to head downtown. Well, we're attempting to put the water jug over there and make sure this thing is this is the wrong one. Safe and plastic. Safe and plastic tanks. They gave me the wrong thing, so she's in there. So what we're going to do is plug. It's already plugged in, but we'll have to see if I can get this extension. Just plug in there. I've got the pump sticking on the cord. Alright, so the only other thing I gotta do
brighter or what? Can't really see in there, huh? Start pumping water in there. So I gotta get this unhooked. I think I'm just gonna run the hose through here. Basically. Right through that hole there. Yeah. And put it right in here. Okay, let's do this. It's gonna be cold. I hope the pump isn't frozen or gets frozen by the time I just get it all hooked up. It's gonna be cold. He lives so far out in the woods. Oh, it's just getting cable around here. That's something, isn't it? Just getting cable. And Spectrum was up here. Alright. We have internet, I mean but it's so slow, it's like, I don't know if anybody had heard of Windstream. Worst internet ever. A little smoky in here because the tractor's running, I forgot to open the door. Ah, the joys of winter. The joys of winter. Sorry. Alright. We're still going, so good. I'm trying to get this film. The nose is running. Like 10 degrees out. For Canadians, I don't know what that is. -10. -20. Who knows? It's just cold here. That's really what you gotta know. And I'm trying to get water in this barn to keep it from freezing. Alright. We're back in the barn. See if we can get this hose into this barrel and reach it. We got water. Awesomeness. That's cold. There's an on and off switch on this thing. I better check it out. I don't know. I don't think so. Hope that works. I don't know. Plug it in. It's supposed to work. Plugged in. Hopefully it's gonna work. Doesn't say anything about an on and off switch. Plug it in and go. They gave me the wrong, in here is the wrong direction thing, but all it says is, I mean, I don't know, you just plug it in and hopefully it goes. It's filling up. I'm pretty happy that because as soon as I turn this off, as soon as I turn that pump off, that water in that line's gonna freeze. I gotta get right back to the garage, so maybe it's just got to be underwater. It's filling up. I have to wait. I'll give it some time and we'll see if it works here in a minute.